Everything I will share. Okay, don't worry about all these things. Okay,
Okay.
now I have discussed electric circuits in general in my last class. Okay, electric circuits is actually a network combination of active and passive elements. Okay, active and passive elements. Active elements are producers of energy. Okay, which is capable of producing their own energy in the form of DC and AC sources. Okay, for example, if you take the case of a battery, it is capable of delivering its own energy to the other elements, so it will come under active category. Passive elements, if you consider, means resistance, inductance, capacitance, all these will be either consuming energy or they will be storing energy. So these will be called as passive elements. If you see resistance, it will consume. Okay, it will consume. There will be voltage drop across it. But if you see to this LC component, means they will be storing energy. This L will be storing energy in magnetic, and C will be storing energy in electric. Okay, all these things we have discussed in our last class. And electric circuit, suppose if it is having one source and only resistances like this, R1, R2, let this be the resistance, V be the active source. So this circuit will be generally called as DC circuit. Okay, and this is called as my active element, that is capable of generating its own source. The DC source is given here. Suppose if I want to denote this voltage source in an equivalent fashion which is equivalent to current source, this will be my current source. The direction shows how the current flows. So these are dependent or independent sources. These are
Independent
independent
sources.
sources
Independent.
which does not, yes, which does not depend upon any parameter. Suppose if on the other hand, if I am having a diamond shaped source like this, plus minus, okay, diamond shaped, okay, this is representing my voltage, this is representing my current source. So here if you see, means this is nothing but voltage source which is a function of some current. Okay, let the current be X. If you take this is the current source which is a function of some voltage. Okay, so these sources will be called as what sources? These sources will be called as dependent sources because they are actually a function of some element. If you see, this is a function of current and this is a function of voltage. Okay, F represents that function. And in what shape will you be always depicting the dependent sources? In diamond shaped. Okay. Circle means it will be independent sources. All these things we have discussed last class. Plus also I taught you what is Ohm's law. What is Ohm's law? Ohm's law. Suppose if you are having a conductor, okay, if you are giving it a supply, it will start current flow here. Alright. Then let this be a resistive element. If you're, for your simplicity, I am considering R. So then the voltage will be proportional to the current flowing through it. If you want to equate these two terms, you have to introduce a constant of proportionality, that is called as my resistance, whose unit is ohm. Okay, and this law is called as Ohm's law, and it is valid for only when the temperature is remaining constant, when the circuit is a linear circuit, okay, only having resistances, because resistances is having a linear VI relationship. Okay, suppose if on the other hand, if you have to apply this Ohm's law for non-linear circuits, then it is not possible. This law may hold invalid. Alright. So there are some certain limitations when it comes to Ohm's law. All these things we have discussed in the last class. Okay, V is equal to IR is called as my Ohm's law. And it works only under certain limited criterion conditions. Okay, temperature should always remain constant, otherwise the law will not hold good. Okay, plus the circuit elements should be linear. Suppose if you are to apply this law for a nonlinear circuit, then it may not hold good, it may go invalid. All those are limitations when it comes to Ohm's law. Okay, all these things we have discussed in our last class. So now tell me, what is electric circuit? Electric circuit is a combination of
Combination of
what
active
elements?
and passive elements.
Active and passive elements in the form of a network, connected circuit. So what is the difference between active and passive elements?
Active elements are those elements that generate their own energy, while passive elements take energy from the active elements.
Yes, give me some examples for active elements.
Battery,
Battery.
voltage source,
Voltage
Resistance.
current.
Battery, AC current source, AC voltage source, DC current source, all are coming under active category because they will be generating its own energy for serving the purpose of other components. Okay, what are passive elements?
Inductor,
Resistance,
It
capacitor.
takes from the then.
Inductor, capacitor, resistance.
Inductor,
Uses.
capacitor, resistor. So what is the difference between energy storers and energy consumers? Among these three, which is energy storing element, which is energy consumer?
Inductor and capacitors are storers and resistors are consumers.
Okay, so between L and C, which will be storing energy in magnetic form, which will be storing energy in electric form?
Inductor in magnetic form.
Inductor and magnetic, capacitor and electric form.
What is the unit of resistance, inductance, and capacitor?
Ohm,
Ohm,
then
Henry, or Farad.
Farad. What is Ohm's law?
Ma'am, the current
is
flowing
equal
through
to
a
IR.
conductor is directly proportional to potential difference around it.
So if you want to equate this means proportionality, you have to introduce one constant
R.
of proportionality, that is R. What is R actually? How will you define
Resistance over
R?
there.
Resistance is the property of opposition offered against the flow of current. Okay. So all these things we discussed in the last class. Today's class we will discuss another set of analysis rules, that is current division and
Voltage division.
voltage division. You already have learnt all these things in your lower class.
No, ma'am, not in lower class.
No, ma'am.
Okay, today we'll be discussing current division and voltage division rules. Okay, very important rules for solving a network. Okay, in case if you are not answering, please mute your mic. I think Reshma, you have not muted your mic. Okay, so first let us discuss current division. Again, Reshma's mic is unmute. Reshma. Okay. All of you please take down the circuits that I am drawing, because whenever if it is coming to a problematic subject, you should take notes properly. Theory you can manage some way or the other. Okay. So suppose if you consider a circuit drawn like this. Okay, this is a DC circuit or an AC circuit?
DC.
DC.
DC. Because there is a voltage source or a current source in the input side.
Voltage source.
Voltage source. And how many resistive elements are involved here?
2.
Two resistive elements are involved. Let us designate current here. Let the total current be IT. Let this voltage be V. Then the current will get divided. Let this be I2. Let this be I1. Okay. IT represents my total current. I1 represents the current through R1. I2 represents the current through R2. V represents my voltage source element. Now I need to apply KCL. Okay. Let me consider this be the node A. Okay. At node A, I want to write the KCL equation. You know KCL equation is equal to sum of incoming currents is equal to sum of outgoing
currents.
So if I write at node A, KCL if I am writing, IT is equal to
I1 plus I2.
I1 plus I2, because IT is incoming current or outgoing current?
Incoming.
Incoming.
Incoming current. I1 and I2 are the
Outgoing.
currents. So if I am giving opposite signs for these two combination, then I will be getting this equation IT is equal to I1 plus I2. Okay. Now this is a parallel combination of resistive circuits or a series combination of resistance?
Parallel.
Parallel. And this thing you must have studied in your lower class. Whenever it comes to parallel combination, voltage will be the same or current will be same?
Voltage.
Voltage will be same.
Yes, parallel circuit means always current will be differing. It will get divided as shown, but voltages will be same. Okay, voltages will be same. This is a characteristic property when it comes to parallelly joined circuits. Okay. Now moving back to the circuit again. Now the voltage input is V. Let me consider the voltage here is V1, voltage here is V2. Now how can I relate V1 and V2?
Ma'am, they are same. V is equal to V1 is
Yes,
equal
this
to
is yes, parallel combination of circuits, so V will be equivalent to V1 plus V2. Sorry, what is the answer?
V1 and V2.
V1 is equal to V2. All will be equal. Okay, all will be equal. Now you have to apply these two equations here. I think you understood the circuit.
yes, ma'am.
So what are the two equations? V is equal to V1 is equal to V2. IT is equal to I1
I1
plus
plus I2.
I2. Now I am to apply Ohm's law. Okay. See, when you are not going to answer, please mute your mic. Once you finish answering, please mute your mic. Okay. Now I am to apply Ohm's law here. Okay. So if I am applying Ohm's law, what will be my IT, which is equivalent to V by R1 plus V by R2. Okay, again this is equivalent to total voltage divided by total equivalent resistance. Okay, R equivalent represents my total equivalent resistance. Now why I have given V everywhere?
Because it's same.
Voltage
Yes,
is
because it is
same.
same. So now if I am simplifying, the V's will get cancelled. Okay. Now what will be the R equivalent that I will be having? Now my R equivalent will be equivalent to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. Okay. I want R equivalent. So this will be equivalent to what?
R1 into R2
plus
upon
R1
R1 plus
plus
R2.
R1, R2 divided by R1 plus R2. You know this equation. This is how I will be getting equivalent resistance when I am having what connected circuits?
Parallel.
Parallel. Okay, whenever parallel circuits are there.
Parallel.
Okay, whenever there is a parallel combination of resistances, if you want to reduce the circuit, then this will be the formula. You make a note. Okay, whenever if I am having parallelly connected resistors, then if I want to obtain the equivalent resistance, if I want to reduce the circuit further, then what is the formula? R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2, or in general 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3 plus 1 by R4 plus 1 by R1. Rn actually, the formula will go on if n number of resistors are connected in parallel. Now one more thing I have to derive. Okay. Now I am telling you IT is equal to I1 plus I2, which is V divided by R1 plus V divided by R2. If I am taking V commonly out, I will be getting 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. Okay, simplify this further, then what will be the equation that I will be getting? If I take LCM, what will be the equation? V R1 plus R2 divided by R1 R2. Okay, this is my IT. Okay, from this what you will determine? V. Okay, so how can I write V?
IT by R equivalent
IT
upon R equivalent.
IT is equal to IT into R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. This is my V. Okay. Now, how can I relate all the voltages in this network? All the voltages are same or different?
Same.
Same. So V will be equivalent to V1 is equal to V2. Now, if I am substituting in this equation, this formula, okay, then what will be the answer? V will be equivalent to what? How can I write V1 by Ohm's law again?
V equals
Ma'am,
to
we have to do same, na? V1 is
I1,
equal to R1.
yeah. Wait, I1, R1, no. Okay, by Ohm's law. I want to know what is the value of I1 here. Okay, the current that is flowing through resistance is not known to me. I want to know that value. Okay, so just to substitute whatever V I have got over here. Okay, alright. Now substituting that, IT R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2 I will get. Okay. Now what value of resistance will get cancelled if I am grouping these?
R1.
This equation I am equating now. If I am simplifying it, what will get cut?
One, ma'am.
This R1 and,
That.
sorry, I am doing it wrong, I think so. Yeah, wait, I will read though. Okay. So V is equal to V1, which is equivalent to I1 divided by R1, I think so. What is the formula for V1? I am writing it wrong, I think so.
Ma'am, V is equal to
Ma'am,
I.
I1 into R1.
I1 into R1. Okay. So now tell me the equation. IT R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2, which is equivalent to I1 R1. Okay, now I have written it correct. So now if I solving, this R1 will get cancelled. I want I1 value. So IT R2 divided by R1 plus R2. This is my equation. Okay, now this is what is called as my current division rule. Okay, make a note of it. This equation is very, very important. I1 represents the current through a particular resistance. How can I get that value? By multiplying what is IT? What is IT?
Current.
Total
current.
Total current. If you,
Ma'am, this equation is only for parallel combination, no?
parallel combination, yes. We'll move back to the circuit. Wait, we'll move back to the circuit. Again, I am redrawing the circuit. R1, R2, let this be V, let this be IT, let this be I1, I2. Okay, now I want the current flowing through this R1 resistance, that is I1. So what was the equation that I have got? IT, that is my total current, into what is the opposite resistance?
Into R2.
Opposite resistance is this one, so R2 divided by, what is the sum of the resistance? R1 plus R2. So this rule is called as what rule?
Current
What is the
division.
name of this rule? Current division rule. See, in case if I am doing mistake in between, you should correct me, otherwise the flow will go wrong. Okay. So current division rule, this is current division rule. Suppose if I want to obtain current through I2, then what will be my equation?
I2 is equal
Again,
to IT into R1.
Wait. Let me redraw it again. R2, R1, V, IT, I1, I2. Now I want I2, the current through resistance R2. Same way I can find it out by applying current division rule. So what will be the formula? You tell me.
IT into R1 by R1 plus R2.
R2. Okay. So this is again my current division rule.
Ma'am, can you just teach the derivation again, ma'am, for I1? Current division
Okay.
derivation again. I didn't understand the
Okay.
derivation.
See, again, I don't want people to come late. I have to, and always I tell you, you use your SRM IST official ID. I am getting popping dialog boxes asking, please admit entry. Anjana. Okay, consider the circuit. Let this be R1, R2, V, total current, let us assume as IT, I1, I2 be the currents here. So this is how parallelly connected circuits will look like. Okay. Again, if it is a parallel connected combination, the voltages across V2, here V1, V all will be the same. Okay. When it comes to parallel combination of elements, then V will be equivalent to V1 will be equivalent to V2. But if it comes to current, okay, the total current will be equivalent to, let us assume this node be A. By applying KCL equation, what will be IT? Rahul. Here the current is getting divided. No, the three currents that are involved is the total current IT, the individual currents I1 and I2. Using these three elements, how can I write KCL? I1 plus I2. Okay. Now I will be using Ohm's law and I will be substituting I1, I2. Okay. So if I do that, IT will be equivalent to V1 divided by R1 plus V2 divided by R2, but these values are same. Okay. So I can
ma'am.
substitute V divided by R1 plus V divided by R2. So if I take common parameter and if I take LCM, what will be the answer?
R1, R2 by
R1 plus R2.
R1 plus R2.
R1, R2 divided by
R plus R2.
R1 plus R2 divided by R1, R2. Okay. In this side I am having IT, but I want to know the value of V here. Okay. So cross multiply. What will be my V?
V equal to IT into R1 R2 by R1 plus R2.
R1 by R2. So I am writing that equation. V is equal to IT into R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. Okay. Now I know V is equal to V1, which is equal to, what is the formula again for Ohm's law?
I by R.
IR.
I by R, IR. I1 into R1. Okay. Now I know what is V here, that I will substitute in place of V here. Okay. So if I substitute I1 R1 is equal to IT into R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. So what terms will get cancelled here? Here on I1 R1 is there, here on R1 is there, so I can cut it, isn't it? Okay. Then what will be the equation that is remaining? I1 is equal to the total current IT into the opposite resistance is R2. The total value of the resistance is?
Into I. Yes,
What,
ma'am.
Rahul?
Yes, ma'am.
Now generally this is called a SWOT rule for everybody.
Current division.
Current division. So suppose if I am generally writing it, okay, I want current flowing through a particular resistance. Okay, current flowing through the particular resistance. That will be equivalent to, if I write the formula in a general way, common to all, then what will be the formula? The total current
into another resistor upon
opposite resistance. Okay. Then the sum of total
resistance.
resistance. This rule is called the SWOT rule again.
Current division.
I think Nishita has used this only, I think so. Nishita is present.
Yes, ma'am.
You used this one. I think in between you used this rule. So this rule is called a SWOT rule, current division rule again. And why do you need to apply this rule? Whenever you are having parallel combination of resistances, and if you want to find out the current flowing through a particular value of resistance, then you can easily apply this rule to find out that value of current. Okay, what is the formula again? One final time you tell me.
I1 equals to IT R2 by R1 plus R2.
The general formula you have to tell. Total current into the opposite resistance divided by the sum of the total resistance. Okay, so I think all of you understood what is current division rule. Let us move on to voltage division.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
We will move to voltage division now. Voltage division rule next. Okay. So in this will be applicable to series connected resistances. Let this be R1, let this be R2, again let this be V, let this be the current I. Okay. Now, what will be this V1, V2? How can you relate all these parameters? Current also. Let this be I1, let this be I2. Okay.
Current is
So how
same,
can I
but
relate all the current?
ma'am, current is same, but voltage is different.
I is equal to I1 is equal to I2. Because this is a loop, so same current will flow through everywhere. So current will be the same. Okay, but what about the voltage?
Voltage V1 equals to
Ma'am, it is
I1
distributive.
into R1.
V1
V
plus
is equal to
V2.
V1 plus V2.
This is as per KCL or KVL?
KVL.
KVL. Okay, so this is your rise element, the remaining will be the drop elements. So sum of voltage rise is equal to sum of voltage drop, so V is equal to V1 plus V2. Okay, now again, you need to apply Ohm's law. V is equal to V1 plus V2. So how can I write Ohm's law? I into total current I into R equivalent.
I1
Then
R1 plus I2 R2.
I1 R1 plus I1 R2. Now, sorry, I2 R2. Now I1, I2 are all same. Okay, so I can replace this as a single component. So R1 plus R2. In this side R equivalent. These two will get cancelled. Suppose if I want to write down the formula for equivalent resistances when they are connected in series, what is the formula?
R1 plus
You have to sum. Okay, so that is
R1
how.
plus R2.
Yes, suppose if we are having n number of resistances connected in series, means what will be the formula?
R1 plus R2
R1 plus R2 plus and so on Rn.
Yes, okay, then now we are going to derive one more rule, that is voltage division rule. Let us do that. Okay, now again I is equal to I1. Tell me the Ohm's law. V1 divided by R1.
V by R1.
Okay, now I want to know the individual voltage. Okay, voltage drop V1. So V1 will be equivalent to I into R1. Okay, so how can I write I?
V by R.
V by
R1.
R equivalent. Okay, V by R equivalent. Now
Equivalent.
V divided by R equivalent into R1. How can I write R equivalent?
R1 plus R2.
R1 plus R2.
So V R1 divided by R1 plus R2. Okay, so finally V1 is equal to V into R1 divided by R1 plus R2. This rule is called as what rule?
Voltage
Voltage division rule. I am writing it again. I hope you. Now V1 is equal to V R1 divided by R1 plus R2. Now I will take V to the other side. Okay, then what will be the ratio in this side? R1 divided by R1 plus R2. So this rule is called as what rule?
Voltage division.
Voltage division rule. So I want to find out V1, that is voltage across one resistance. Okay, so if that will be equivalent to corresponding ratio of resistances. Okay, that is easy way to define. Corresponding ratio of resistances. Alright, voltage ratio will be equivalent to the corresponding ratio of the resistances. Okay, this rule is called as what rule?
Voltage division rule.
Voltage
division rule. All of you understood?
Yes, ma'am.
What about Srivatsan, Rajdeep, Mayank, Prabhas? All of you understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Shall we proceed to the problem?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, one final time. I am picking out somebody to give me the answer. Others, please unmute your mic. I am able to hear your sister's or brother's voice. Okay. So I will pick who is Paidi Pati. Ram Charan. Ramayappa. Ramayappa.
Yes, ma'am.
See, you did not accept the GCR invitation yet. Why, man?
1 minute. Here, no option, ma'am.
What no option? Still, in my side, it's showing that you have not accepted the invitation. Otherwise, how will you attend test and all? How will you be able to submit assignment and all?
Ma'am, network slow, ma'am.
It's been 2 weeks since the class has started and you are telling network slow. You accept the invitation for classroom. Okay, yourself and Jay Krishna. Jay Krishna is present now. I think he left the meeting. Hey Krishna. Yes. Yes, Yadav.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me what is current division rule one final time. After that we will try to solve problem. Current division rule.
I1 is equal to
Yes, a current through a particular value of resistance is equal to the total current into opposite resistance divided by
Sum of total resistance.
resistance. Okay, that is current division rule. What about voltage division rule?
same as current division, ma'am. V1 is
How
equal to
many?
total voltage into
The ratio between the two voltages is equal to the ratio between the corresponding equivalent resistances. Okay, both are different. While solving problem, we will come to know. Okay, all right.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you must have understood up to this. Okay, all this will be used for solving circuit problem. Now I will move on to KVL. Okay, by writing equations how to solve a particular circuit. Okay, then mesh analysis we will discuss. So let us consider the same circuits that you have taken up for the lab experiments. But I am including one more voltage source. Okay, all of you take down the circuit. See, always I tell you, when you are not going to talk, please mute your mic. When you are wanting to talk or ask any doubt, at that time you unmute and talk. Then you mute again. Let this be 10 volts plus minus. Let this be 330. All of you take down the diagram. This problem will solve now. 220,000 plus minus 5. Have you taken down the diagram? This circuit will try to solve by writing equation. Same way you can prove your laboratory experiment also. Have you taken down the diagram? All should have calculators also with you.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you taken down the diagram? Shall we proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Now, first thing that I have to do is, I will assume the currents. Okay, how many meshes are there?
2.
2, ma'am.
Okay, let this be my mesh number 1. Let this be my mesh number 2. Okay, so I will assume currents I2 and I1 and I2 I am assuming. Okay, in clockwise. Okay. First thing is I have to assume this direction of current flow in the two meshes. Okay. Then I have to assume sign conventions. Okay, sign conventions for all the resistive elements that are present here. How many resistive elements are there in the circuit?
3.
3. Okay. So I will assume here this is plus minus now. So I will assume the current is originating from plus. So plus minus symbol I will give here, plus minus I will give here, plus minus I will give here. Okay, the sign convention I have to assume. The other way around also you can do. If you are getting a negative answer at the end means you have to change the sign convention that you are providing to the problem. Okay, understood?
Yes, ma'am.
So what will be your first step? Whenever you are being given a circuit, you will observe it. The first thing that you will do is you will assume the current flow. Okay, in anti-clockwise or clockwise you will do the current flow. Okay, then the second step is wherever you are having voltage drop elements, you have to assume sign conventions to it, plus minus or minus plus. It's your own wish. If you are getting a negative answer finally, then you will change the sign convention that you have given. Okay. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, I will write now KVL equation for the two loops. Let me do it for first mesh. Okay. Now, if I am taking this direction of current through all the elements, it's going from minus to plus or plus to minus?
Minus to plus.
Minus to plus. Minus to plus means I will assume a positive sign. And what is that element? Voltage drop or voltage rise element?
Voltage rise.
Voltage
So
rise element.
plus 10. Okay. So current is going from minus to positive means I am giving a positive sign, so plus minus. Okay. Then follow up the direction like this. Now it's going from plus to minus or minus to plus.
Plus to minus.
Plus to minus means I will give a negative sign. Okay, negative sign. I will write Ohm's law. What is the current through that?
I1.
I1. Okay, then I will consider this 1K. Okay, 1K again plus minus it's going. So what will be the sign that I will give? Negative.
Minus.
Okay.
Minus
So 1000.
I1 plus I2.
No, I1 plus I2. I told you what yesterday. Here also I am assuming clockwise. Here also I am assuming clockwise. So both are opposing. So I will be
I1
assuming
minus
I1 minus
I1
I2
minus
is equal to 0. Okay, let this be equation number 1. You solve it further. And tell me
Ma'am,
what is the coefficient of what?
ma'am,
What,
why it will
Sunny?
be I1 minus I2?
Wait. Okay. So if this is a circuit that you are doing now, yes or no? Okay. Here I have assumed what direction of current?
Clock.
Clockwise. So it's coming like this, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Then here also what direction I have assumed?
Clockwise.
Clockwise. So that's coming like this now.
Yes.
So this current is I2. Both are opposing or same direction?
They are opposite direction.
Opposing. So minus I2 you have to give. Okay.
But what if we consider one clockwise, the other
Yes.
anti-clockwise?
That also I will tell. Wait. Okay. Suppose if I am assuming clockwise here. Okay. Here I am assuming anti-clockwise. Then what direction is it flowing?
Same direction.
Here it is same. So in that case I1 plus I2 I will give.
Okay.
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 But don't get confused. Use the same convention till the final. Okay. In between you cannot change. Then the answers will go wrong. Okay. While writing equations you always should take care. Direct inspection matrix method is very easy. But while writing equations, the current directions if you change once, the answer will go wrong. So you have to clearly understand the sign convention and the current flow direction and writing equations and giving signs. Okay.
Yes.
Understood, Amma? Okay. Now you solve this, simplify this equation further and tell me what is the simplified value. 10 is equal to
10 is equal to 1330 I1 plus 1000 I2.
10 is equal to 1330 I1, then
1000 I2.
Plus 1000 I2.
okay. Let us do that equation. 10 is equal to 1003 I1. What is the coefficient of I2?
1000 I2.
1000.
1000 I2. What is the sign?
Minus.
Minus. Let this be equation number A. Okay. Alright. Okay, understood. Now in the same way, how to assume? Let me rub this. Have you taken down the equation? Shall I rub the equation?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to write it for second loop, so I'm rubbing it a little bit. Okay, now I'll write it for second mesh.
Ma'am,
Okay.
current is 330, resistance is 9.4 milliampere.
Wrong, I think so. Okay, so first, for second mesh, again you follow up the current direction. Here you are, if you are following it, it is plus to minus or minus to plus.
Minus.
Here, plus to minus or minus to plus.
Plus to minus.
Plus to minus means minus you will give or what? Minus
Yes, ma'am.
220 I2. Then again, if you follow here, then
Plus 2 minus.
Plus 2 minus.
Plus 2 minus again 5 minus
Minus
5. Again. Here?
Plus 1000.
Minus to plus or plus to minus? If you are going
Minus
this
to
way.
plus.
Minus to plus, so you will get plus. Okay, again 1000 I1 minus I2, which is equal to 0. Okay, this you have written for the second mesh or first mesh?
Second mesh.
Second.
This also you simplify and tell me what is minus 5 equal to. Minus 5 equal to minus 5 equal to
Ma'am, ma'am, but that lab method was a bit easy than this. That matrix
yeah,
one.
both the things you should learn. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Tell me what is the answer. Minus 5 is equal to. If you solve this, minus 5 is equal to
1200.
1220 minus 1000 I1, then
1220 I2
Plus
minus 1000 I1.
Plus
1220
I2.
I2. Okay, let this be equation B. Okay. Now this equation only I have obtained a direct inspection that I will teach you later, but before that we will solve for I1 and I2. These two are algebraic equations. You know how to solve algebraic equations and find out
Yes,
I1
ma'am.
and I2.
Yes, ma'am.
And find out and tell me what is the answer. You know how to find out, no?
Yes, ma'am.
And can you show original
A into B into you will do. Okay, A you will be multiplying by 1000 and this you will multiply by 1300 and you will solve it algebraically, no? Solve it and tell me what is the answer.
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
ma'am, can you go back to the diagram once? Ma'am, can we assume a x over the node over here between x? We have the voltage over here. We have the voltage over here. Take the voltage out for that.
I am not understanding. You are telling X over voltage, over voltage. You tell him clearly what is your doubt.
Can we take a imaginary voltage on the junction where the current?
Why do you want to take an imaginary voltage? What is the use, sir?
Ma'am, we will get the voltage out over there, then the current will be taken out very easily from there.
I am not understanding. You have to clarify a little bit more.
Ma'am, I want to take a X over the junction where the current is being distributed.
You are telling you want to go for KCL method,
Yes,
I
ma'am.
think so. That will come later. First let us finish KVL, then comes KCL, no?
Okay,
Ma'am, I put
Wait.
the answer in chat.
I saw. 11 point, let the others also solve. See, others, did you solve the equation? Tell me the answer.
Ma'am, I am getting I1 as 9.4 milliamp.
Your is wrong. Whatever may be the method, the answer should be same. It will not vary. I think you are telling me the nodal voltage value.
Yes, ma'am, the nodal voltage value.
Nodal voltage, why you are, don't confuse between KCL and KVL. When you are solving for KVL, you have to adopt that method. When you are going for KCL, you have to adopt that method. Now I am teaching you KVL. So stick to KVL and the way in which you have to solve KVL. KCL we will learn out later. Okay. Now solve it and tell me what is the answer. All the others, I will pick out some particular person and I will ask the answer. So I will get 10,000, which is equal to 1,30,330,000 minus I2, here I1, and here minus 6650, which is equivalent to 13330,000 I1 plus 1,62,000 I am solving it algebraically, then what will be the answer? I2 I will get, isn't it? This I will get cancelled. I2 I will get,
Milliampere.
This will be 16650, which is equivalent to 2,06,600 I2 I will get. So finally, what is my I2? I2 will be equivalent to 0.0063486 ampere. Are you getting? I2 6.34 milliampere. Are you getting?
Ma'am, I2 is 5.38.
5.3.
I have read it wrong.
Yes, ma'am. I also got 5.3.
Okay, if your answer is okay. But what about that algebraic solution? This one, huh? Or I have did some mistake here?
Ma'am, it is difficult to
Getting
understand
6.3.
because different equation.
Different what? You used different way, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so if you are getting I2, so but this is the way you have to solve algebraic equation, no? You will multiply with the opposite terms and you will nullify. How you are solving?
Ma'am, it will be 6. Ma'am, I use substitution.
What substitution you are doing?
Ma'am, I did not solve it simultaneously. I solved I1 in terms of I2 and put I2 in I1.
Okay, but this is how I have. Doing in different method, I think so. So what are there? Somewhat around 5.38, we well and good. I've lost my network. Wait for some time. Okay, in our method, whatever may be the answer, what answer you got? 5.338, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
5.38 million.
All of you got 5.38?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
What about the rest?
Yes, ma'am.
Then you will substitute this I2 in any one of the equation, either A or B, and you will find out I1. What is the value of I1 that you got?
I1 is 11.56.
I1 is 11.56 milliampere, I think so. So if you know I1, you already told me that I2 is 5.38 milliampere. So you can easily find out the current. This is the current through what resistance I1?
This is to the
I
one
through
1000.
330 ohm. This is current through
220.
220. Then the current through 1 kilo, that is equivalent to I1 minus I2. So what will be the answer? I think 5 point something or 6.
6.18.
6.18.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
6.
Okay. So you know how to solve it algebraically, no? From the equation. I don't know what method you are using. So this is how you will be solving by writing equation. Okay, by writing KCL equation, by observing sign convention, by observing current flow, by writing equations for voltage drop and voltage rise for the different measures, and you are solving the equations algebraically, and then you are finding out the currents. Okay. Now the same method we will solve by direct inspection without writing any equation at all. Okay. That I taught you in laboratory class, how to do it. Let us proceed. All of you understood this one?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Because in university sometimes they will specify in the problem statement you write KCL equation and solve for I1, I2, I3. Or otherwise sometimes they will directly ask by direct inspection method, by matrix method you solve. Okay, it all depends upon how the question is being asked. So you should be ready to solve it either way. Okay?
By
Understood?
mesh analysis.
Yes, mesh analysis. Next we will go for mesh analysis. Direct inspection, matrix, that That is also called as mesh analysis. All are one and the same. Okay, so we'll do it by direct inspection, matrix and mesh analysis method we'll solve. Have you taken down the title? Shall we proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
What is your next class or lab? You are having any class?
No.
Because I don't want to take
No,
up any
ma'am.
class.
No, ma'am.
No means I will continue. Okay. So next you are having the same circuit. Tell me what is the element, circuit element everywhere. I am using the same circuit. What is the voltage here?
10.
10.
10.
Here 5.
Three,
Okay,
Five.
and what are the other values? This one is
330,
330, 220,
and
1K.
1000.
Okay, now I am going to solve the same problem by direct inspection matrix method, mesh analysis. Here I am not going to write any equations. Okay, just I am using Ohm's law here. Okay, by writing matrices. Okay, I want to know what is the current I1, I2 I want to know. Those are unknown to me. I1 and I2 is unknown to me, X factor that I want to determine. So I will put it as I1 and I2 that I want to write in this side. So this is my V1. How many mesh elements are there? How many meshes are present?
2. 2.
2. So 2 voltages I will have here. Okay, this will be a 2 cross 2 matrix. Okay, so this will be my R11, this will be my R12, this will be my R21, this will be my R22. This is general matrix equation that I am going to write by directly observing the circuit. I am not going to write any equation. Okay. Now you have to tell me what is my V1, what is my V2, R11, R12, R21, R22. I think I have taught you in laboratory class itself.
Ma'am,
V1
V1 is 10 and V2 is 5.
Again, see, you have to observe the current direction. It is going from minus to plus or plus to minus.
Minus to plus.
Minus to plus. So this V1 should be given positive sign or negative sign.
Positive.
So V1 is 10. V1 is 10. What about V2?
minus 5.
Negative 5.
If you observe the direction, it is going from plus to minus or minus to plus.
Plus to minus.
Plus to
Plus to minus. So V2 should be indicated as minus or plus 5.
Minus 5.
Minus 5.
Minus 5.
Okay, so 10 volt minus 5. That is over. Voltage matrix is over. Now I1, I2 is unknown parameter that I want to find. These two things are unknown to me, so that I want to find. Now what is my R11? R11. R11 is the is the sum of all the resistances that are present in the particular mesh. So how much is the sum? Here you are having 330, here you are having 1K. So what is the sum?
1330.
13330 here. What about R12? R12 and R21 is the common resistance. This is the common resistance between the two meshes. But you have to give a negative sign. Okay, so what will be R12?
Minus 1000.
Minus 1000. And what about R22?
1220.
Sum of resistors.
Sum of resistances. I think you understood everybody. Now I will write the equation 10, 5, minus 5. I1, I2. Now tell me, sum of the resistances is 1030. Common resistance is minus 1000, 1220. Okay. So this is, here have I wrote any equation?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
No, simply by directly observing the circuit, I am writing the equation. This method is called as mesh analysis, direct inspection method or matrix method. Okay. Now I want to find out the determinant. 1330 minus 1000. If they ask, don't ask any particular method in the problem. You can use any method of your own. Suppose if they specify use direct inspection, then completely direct inspection you have to go for. Suppose if they ask you to write equations, then you have to go write equations. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now tell me what is the determinant? 1330, 1220 minus 1000. What is answer? Del
15262600.
Del is 6022, 6,22,600. No.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. 622,600.
Yes, ma'am.
You calculate it properly. Del is equal to 6,22,600. Okay.
Yes.
Now I will tell you how to write del 1. Okay, shall I rub it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Shall I rub the matrix a little bit, or are you taking down? Okay, I'll rub it a little bit because this page is very small only. I want to write this method is called as Cramer's rule. By Cramer's rule only I am getting the method, but I want determinant del. So determinant del 1 is the first column. Second column you retain as such. But the first column you have to replace voltage elements. So what are the voltage elements?
10 minus 5.
10 minus 5. Now again find the determinant and tell me what is answer. This will be 10 into 1220 minus 5000. What is del 1?
7,200.
7,200.
7,200. All got 7,200.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
The rest also, whoever is not answering, I want to hear out answers from everybody. Have you got this answer? Duopo, Dhruv, Marilla, Sandeep Reddy. Got the answer? Pitush.
Yes, ma'am.
What, Sandeep? You got the answer? 7,200?
No, ma'am. Wait.
What, Sandeep? What's your doubt? See, don't keep your doubts with you, otherwise the doubts will pile up and you won't be able to solve problem well in exam. Whenever you are having doubts, then and there you ask me. What is your doubt, Sandeep? Others you understood, I think so. The answer for del 1 is, what is answer?
7,200.
7,200. Okay, now in the same way, shall I rub it a little bit again? Have you taken down? I'm going to write del 2. Del 2.
Ma'am,
Del
del 2
2.
is 3350.
Wait, others are also there. No, they should also understand. Don't jump. Okay, so del 2 I want to write. So I am going to retain first column, but the second column I should replace by the voltage elements. Okay, then again I have to take. So the answer is 1,300 into minus 5. Then I think plus it will come.
3,000.
What is the answer?
3,350.
Yes, 3,350. 3,350 is the answer. Correct. So del 2 is 3,350. Okay, 3 determinants I have got del 1, del 2. Now I want to find I1 and I2. I will tell you the formula for it. I1 is equal to del 1 by del. I2 is equal to del 2 by del. Tell me what is the answer.
Ma'am, I1 is 0.011 and I2 is 0.005.
I1
I1
is
is 11.56 milliampere and I2 is 5.38.
I1 is del 1 by del, that is equivalent to 7,200 divided by 6,22,600. What is the I1 value? I think it is 0.01156. So in milliampere, if I am writing, it is 11.56 milliampere. Okay, the answers are checking with your manual calculation or not? That already did.
Yes, ma'am.
What about I2?
I2
in the same way.
0.0053. 538.
3,350 divided by 6,02,600, I think. So I2 is again equivalent to how much?
0.0053.
5 milliampere.
0.00538.
Very good. Okay, same answer you are getting or not?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, one more. This is current through 220. The previous one was current through 330. What about I3? Current through 1K.
I1 minus
1K
I2.
is I1 minus I2. So that one is 11.56 minus 5.38. 6.18 again. I think this answer is also matching.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you have taken a different sign convention in the circuit, means here the answer is, if it is negative, okay, sometimes if they give negative, then you have to change its sign convention. You have to change the direction of the current, okay? Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Suppose by chance, here it is not negative. Suppose we are having negative, means the sign convention that you have chosen is wrong. You have to change the sign. Okay. Now here it is not negative, so you have taken a correct sign convention. Okay. So this method is called as what method? What method? Direct inspection, mesh analysis. Okay. Now one more thing I wanted to tell you. See, this is the equation that you got now. That matrix V is equal to IR. This equation.
Yes, ma'am.
This equation is the coefficient of the written equations are not, that you will check. Wait. Okay, from these two equations that you have written, what is the coefficient, you tell me? 10 here minus 5. I am writing this equation in terms of matrix. Okay, so tell me. I1, I2. What are the coefficients of I1?
1330.
1330. What is the coefficient of I2? Minus 1000, 1k. Then minus 1k here.
1k.
Minus
Then
1220.
So have you understood? See, even after writing equation, then also if you take the coefficient, you will get the matrix. Same equations by direct inspection also you will get. We need not write the equation. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So are you happy with the KVL
Yes,
description?
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Is this applicable for 3 mesh?
Yes, 3 mesh also you can do. Okay, one more time.
So that we have to take 3 by 3 matrix.
Yes. Suppose if this is the case, one more problem also I will try to solve. Okay, don't worry. 5, 5, 5. Everywhere I will take 5, 5, 5. 5, 5. Then tell me by direct inspection what is the matrix? Let this be current I1, I2, I3. Unless otherwise they give direction of current, you always assume it to be clockwise. Okay, don't change it. Sometimes in the problem itself they will give. Otherwise you assume clockwise always. Now tell me what will be the equation. How many currents you need to find?
3, ma'am.
3, ma'am.
3. So let the current be I1, I2, I3. Now what are the voltages you tell?
5.
5.
This is plus minus. So if you follow it is minus to plus, so plus 5.
Plus 5.
Okay. So are there any voltage source in this loop?
No, ma'am. So 0.
So 0. Okay.
Third is
Then
minus
here plus minus. So from plus to minus, so it is minus 5.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What is R11?
10.
R11?
15.
5, 5. Only 2, no? 10.
Ten.
Sorry, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am.
10.
Okay. So between these two, what is common?
Minus 5.
5.
Minus 5. Between these two, what is common?
Minus 5.
Minus 5. Okay. Again, what is R21?
10.
Between these two.
Minus 5,
R21.
ma'am.
R21 here. Between these two, what is common? Again, minus 5 only, no. Minus
Yes.
5. What is R22?
10.
15.
15. 3 resistances are there. 1, 2, 3 now. So 15. What
Again,
about R23? Minus 5. Then
minus 5, 10.
minus 5, minus 5,
10.
10.
10.
It's easy only. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Understood everybody now? You can solve any problem that is given to you now?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, with this we will close class. Next class we will discuss the other Kirchhoff's law. What is the other Kirchhoff's law?
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am,
This is Kirchhoff's voltage law, mesh analysis. What is other law?
Kirchhoff current law.
Kirchhoff current law.
Kirchhoff current law, and the corresponding analysis will be called as nodal analysis. Okay, nodal analysis. That we'll discuss in our next class. With this, in first class, anybody has doubts regarding lab, it means you ask me.
Ma'am, what is R3? R31.
What is R33? R31 is also common resistance between third and one. No, wait. What is R31? I think you did it wrong.
It should be 0.
Is there any? That is 0 only. See, between these two, there is no common.
0.
Yes, this is also 0. 0 only. Okay, correct? Between first and 3 means there is no direct connection. So no resistances are in common. So 0 only. I did mistake. Thanks for pointing it out. This is done by Yasha.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay. So remember, between 1 and 3 there is no resistance. This is here. Between these two, no common value of resistance. So 0 only. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, what is supernode?
Supernode, I think you have written answer in pre-lab, no?
Ma'am, I think we didn't study about supernode.
Supernode problems will not come for you because it is very complicated. So they don't give supernode problem. That's why I'm not discussing. Anyway, next class I will tell you what is supernode. Okay.
Ma'am, so what do we write in the lab manual?
But if it is asked in pre-lab, just definition you write.
Ma'am, should we write also the results?
What result?
The lab panel in the lab assignment.
Yes, see whatever, tabular column you are tabulating all the values, no? If you are simulating the circuit for 10 volt, that for corresponding 10 volt manual calculations by derivation and formula representation, you have to write it in words. Type equation or write it in a paper. And how you are proving I1 is equal to I2 plus I3. Finally, that equation should be there. And how you are proving E is equal to V1 plus E2. That final equation should also be there.
Ma'am,
Okay,
what is
I will.
Modal calculation?
Now,
what do we have to write in modal calculations?
Wait. Simulation, you got results for I1, I2, I3, V1, V2, V3, no?
Yes, ma'am.
So, you will be doing, you are tabulating the last column, you are proving KVL, KCL, no?
Yes, ma'am.
You are telling that I1 is equal to I2 plus I3, thus it is proved, no?
Yes.
ma'am.
Same results, you have to show it by manual calculation, writing formula, derivation, like I taught you how to solve a problem, na? Today's class, I taught you how to solve for I1, I2, I3, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Same method you write it, like I am solving today.
Ma'am,
That procedure you have to write.
Okay, ma'am.
Matrix or any method.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, so we have to put the manual calculations in result and the simulation calculation in model calculations.
Manual, I am not understanding. Everything is one and the same only, no, man?
Ma'am, model calculations, what do we have to write in model one?
Model calculation, tabulation, you are giving 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, some 5 values you are tabulating, no?
Yes, ma'am.
How you got that value? Manually. There are 2 tables. By writing what?
By solving.
By doing this equation. No? How you solved? By writing some formula and derivation, no?
Yes, ma'am.
That you have to write it in a paper and you have to paste it. Or type in equation.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
That both results, that simulation results that you obtain in the bottom corner should cross-check with whatever manual calculations you are doing. Here, if you are getting 11 means in simulation also you should show me 11.
Okay, ma'am.
Understood everybody now?
Yes, ma'am.
Because no, so many people are messaging me in WhatsApp. Okay? I am taking a lot of time to respond to you people. I don't know how you understood. Because you are also new to me, I am taking so much time. If suppose I am busy, I won't have time to respond to you.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
So in case if you are having any doubts, now itself you ask me rather than messaging me and sending me pictures of what you are doing step by step. I will need a lot of time to read and respond, na? I am also having another
what
class.
is a mesh?
Okay, so I might be busy in my personal work also. Suppose if I am not having time to reply, then you will feel bad. What? What?
Ma'am, what is a mesh?
Mesh means mesh and loop is different. Okay, mesh means you cannot
Yes,
subdivide
mesh.
into loop. Loop means you can subdivide into mesh. Okay, listen.
ma'am.
Okay, suppose if you are having a circuit like this. Which this is having a voltage source resistance R2, no? So this one is called as a loop. Okay. So loop, it is subdivided into how many mesh?
Okay, ma'am.
How many mesh? This loop is divided into this one and this one, no? Two mesh. But if you consider this mesh, can you subdivide into loop? It's not possible, no?
Yes, ma'am.
That bigger thing is loop. Mesh is inner thing, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Any other doubt? Otherwise, we'll close class. See,
Yes,
remember
ma'am.
that equation I
Yes.
have
Ma'am, in
did
that
it
matrix, we
wrong.
have taken.
See, remember I did some mistake
Ma'am, in
here.
that matrix, we have taken negative sign because we have considered all the currents in same field.
Clockwise direction. Yes.
Ma'am, and if we have taken in different directions, so there it will be positive.
Positive. Yes. One clockwise, one anti-clockwise means it will be positive.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay. See, remember this mistake I did, you rectify. Okay. Between 1 and 3 mesh, there is no common resistance connected. So this R13 and R31 will be always what?
0.
0 only. That mistake you rectify because I was not taking care. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Otherwise, shall we leave now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma.
Thank you.
You submit your first experiment before due date. Okay, yeah. Deadline, everything. See, and those who always use your official SRM ISD for getting into classroom. Okay, and those who did not accept my invitation for GCR, please accept it. I think Jay Krishna, you should do it, and plus I think Ramcharan Ayappa should do it. I don't know about Ritik Punia and all. Okay, all right. All can leave, ma.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
you, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, ma.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, okay.